It's an RPG game. Just make it an RPG. It sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks.
I don't know about sucks. Say something good about the Minecraft soundtrack, please. Welcome back to the BroadBoys podcast. I'm Cade. This is Micah.
Hi.
And last time, I may have said something that Micah did not like. And I'm sure many people watching also may not like either. But I claimed, well, we were talking about music and and how much we love video game music. Mm-hmm. Though we tend to split between which type of game music we like more.
Yes.
And I said that the Minecraft soundtrack is overrated, which I still stand by.
Okay. So I couldn't let that stand, and that's why we're going to talk about this first.
Yes.
I had questions that needed to be cleared up.
Okay.
Are you including the music discs?
Yes.
That's just crazy to me.
How is that crazy?
It's iconic.
And it's overrated.
It's iconic.
That's okay if it's iconic. It doesn't mean it can't be overrated.
Well, how is it overrated? Like, how are people looking at it and saying, and then you go, it's overrated?
There are many, and by many, I mean like many hundreds of game soundtracks that I think are far superior.
Well, that's fair. That's fair, but why call it overrated?
Because people think it's like the best soundtrack of all time.
It's good.
Yeah, alright, but Opera GX did this whole top 100 soundtrack thing, and Minecraft was number one, and not only was it number one, thousands of people in the comments being like, yep, that's the right one. Yep, that's the right. Of course, couldn't be anything else. Okay, my goat.
Yeah, but hear me out. It is not only iconic. No, it's iconic.
It's iconic.
But it is well written.
Yes, yeah, no, of course. I don't think it's bad.
It plays in a loop.
I don't think it's bad.
And it seamlessly blends into all the other ones, but you can play each of them standalone.
Mm-hmm.
That's really great.
You're not going to listen to the soundtrack by itself, I'll tell you that.
It depends on which songs.
Like Sweden?
Yeah, like you can put on a song for calm, comforting study music.
Yeah.
To sleep to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would almost let my kid listen to Minecraft music instead of classical music.
Your kid listens to classical music?
Yes.
Okay, that's fun.
That's what
you should switch it up to Minecraft music. No, I mean, I think it's fine. Especially this newer update has some songs that I was surprised by.
Got some jams in there.
Yeah, a bit more upbeat,
you
know. But I think, in general, I think it's overrated. You know, I don't think it's the best soundtrack of all time. I don't even think it comes close to the best soundtrack of all time.
Okay. That's fine. You know, it might not objectively be the best.
Yeah.
But the cultural impact of Minecraft.
But what does it have to do with the soundtrack?
Millions of people. The influence, Cade.
Yeah,
that's influence.
Fine. That's fine. Just because you get nostalgic when you listen to it doesn't mean it's the best of all time.
I don't know. I feel like that's very important.
Sure, I guess the music creates feelings and that's important.
Yeah.
But it's not the best of all time. And
No, that's fine. That's fine. Objectively, it is not the best music ever.
Objectively? You can't say objective.
I can.
Why?
Because there's objectively better music. But does that make it the best soundtrack?
Okay, listen. You're gonna make me sound like a defender now, but like my stance is I think the general population sees the Minecraft OST as like one of the best of all time. I don't even think it gets close, and so that's why I believe it's overrated. It's like it does its purpose, it fits the game well, I can say that, but in terms of one of the best soundtracks of all time, pales in comparison. Pales.
What would be your number one?
Number one game soundtrack of all time?
Or top. Just what's above it.
Okay.
But it obviously the best soundtrack is more than just a better soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
It includes like what it does in the game.
Yep.
All of that.
Okay. So here's the deal. I think my number one is technically cheating.
Okay.
And it's Smash Ultimate because it has like over 1,000 songs or something like that.
That is kind of cheating.
And it's from legendary composers.
You get to literally pick your favorite songs out of it. Yes. That's kind of cheating.
It's definitely cheating. I would say like, all right, but here's the deal. Also, the Opera GX list kind of pissed me off because they included Smash Brothers Brawl in it, but not Ultimate, even though it has all the Brawl songs and all that. So it's that list. It just gets to the core of like it's just nostalgia baiting. It's like it's whatever. But In any case, besides Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
I think what's leagues above like Minecraft, and there's so many, like just off the top, Witcher 3, Dead Cells, Hades, Persona, like all of them. Yeah, I'll say all of them. All Persona games. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy.
Okay, I see where you're going. You are naming some excellent soundtracks. Ones that I would probably consider my favorite.
Better than Minecraft.
All
right, then let's go down a bit. Let's go down a peg. I think the Psychonauts 1 soundtrack is way better.
I cannot recall it, so
that's okay.
Next one.
Sly Cooper. Mario 64.
Okay. Now
here you go. Here's something.
Yep.
There's comparison. Do you think the Mario 64 soundtrack is better
than Minecraft?
Yes.
Oh, see, those in my mind end up being comparable.
Okay, and
that's tough for me because I do think. Goodness. Hold on. Hold on.
You can say that. I'm gonna list off more to the audience. I think for Super Nintendo games, you got Chrono Trigger, you got Super Nintendo, or no, well, this is Super Nintendo games. Super Metroid is what I meant to say.
That's pretty good.
Super Metroid soundtrack's really good. You go even older, I think the Mega Man 3 soundtrack is really good, and it's an 8-bit, like, crushed soundtrack.
I think I have to give it to Minecraft.
Over Mario 64?
Over Mario 64.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong. But why?
I'm just putting it out of if you played Mario 64 versus if you played Minecraft side by side.
Yeah.
Right? I definitely think that there is a level of Minecraft blends better.
Okay. But it's not meant to blend in Mario 64. Well, it's supposed to be segmented levels.
Yes, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Is they're also different games. It's a segmented level game versus an open world sandbox.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at metrics, if we want to talk about iconic, Mario 64 is right up with Minecraft, if not in terms of iconic.
Global.
Yes.
Global.
Yes. You got the slide theme, like
I'd have to debate
slide theme, Bob on Battlefield. All right, Bob on Battlefield.
I know.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. But you play the Minecraft opening theme, and everyone knows that.
No, people are going to be like, I've heard that before. Where's that from? No one's going to know it's from Minecraft.
I don't know that that's true. I think that's a hot take.
The amount of people that would recognize the Minecraft soundtrack versus Mario.
I think that's a hot take.
No, I think it's the right take.
No, I think that's a hot take.
You can think it's as hot as you want. It's the right take.
I don't think that that's true.
All right. Say something good about the Minecraft soundtrack, please.
It's very pretty. It sounds very nice.
Yes.
Think about it. You're listening to the Minecraft soundtrack while mining. You're having a peaceful moment. It's late at night. And then a cave sound interrupts it. And you freak out. And you jump. And then the peaceful music comes back on. And you're soothed back into the game. It's this whole dynamic. And the audience knows what I'm talking about. And they feel it in their bones.
Well, you gave an example about something that's not even isolating the music.
Well, it is a part. It's all this
it's
music into the sound design, into the music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No,
and the music slightly changes for like biomes and other things. It's great.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I mean, depending on where you are.
Okay.
But yes.
And also, I'm pretty sure the cave song. Is there a cave like song?
There's like
I didn't think it played.
No, it's more like sounds.
Yeah,
but
I don't even think the mining has a sound like a song.
It just interrupts and overplays your music.
Yeah, okay. So you give a bad example.
No, I think it's a great example because they know. They know what I'm talking about.
You can't just point to the camera.
I can.
I'm going to. They support me.
They understand and they support me. If you support me, let me know.
No.
Minecraft beats
Mario 64 soundtrack.
Yep.
Okay. This isn't... Okay, sure. You can say that that's debatable. That's fine. But all the other examples I listed...
No, that's fine. There's definitely better soundtracks.
Yeah, but like hundreds that are better. Hundreds.
But the nostalgia.
Sure, people like the game.
But the nostalgia.
I mean, there are soundtracks from games that like maybe 50 people have played that are probably better.
Yeah, but see, that's fine. I hear what you're saying.
But
I don't think Minecraft deserves to be number 1.
Top 100.
Top 100, 100%.
I can
Top
give it up.
50, 90%.
No.
Likely.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's okay. Agree to disagree, but I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. You took a hot take with the overrated soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an overrated soundtrack.
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Overrated.
Sure.
Completely overrated.
There's not much of a soundtrack to begin with.
The music that does play, I've been thoroughly disappointed with it.
All right. What song have you been thoroughly disappointed with?
The one that plays in the menu.
In the menu?
Yes.
Oh, like the main menu?
Yes.
And it's like, okay.
It sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks.
I don't know about sucks. That's pretty harsh.
So my wife's been playing it.
Yes.
And so I'm sitting there at my computer doing whatever, and I hear it. And, when I've played it or seen people play it and all the above, I haven't noticed, hasn't really been an issue. I haven't super cared. But the thing that really sucks is that when I'm not playing the game, I don't like how it sounds.
Okay.
It's like grating. It's really high pitched.
Is it with the flutes and the
the
flutes and the high pitched violins? I'm trying to remember.
All of it. It's like
okay.
Something like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I wasn't like it. I just found it super annoying.
That's okay. I mean, I'm not a big advocate of the new Zelda soundtracks anyway. There's a couple songs I really like.
Well, like the Ganondorf theme, all that is great.
Yeah, or even Cass's theme from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
There's some town themes that are nice. And I like the Colgera boss fight in Tears of the Kingdom. But I can stand with you and say, I don't think the music was that impactful, but also I don't think it really meant to be.
Well, I know, but I feel like the music also.
Also, have you seen anyone praising the soundtrack?
I've seen some people really like some of the themes. Like, I've seen the Ganondorf theme, but I like the Ganondorf theme. Regardless, though, it's a Nintendo theme that kind of flops.
Kind of flops.
In my opinion.
You should listen to... Yeah, with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the actual game soundtracks aren't the best. It's supposed to be more light and all that, which is fine, and I don't really like the soundtracks either compared to the older Zelda games. I think they had way more striking and noticeable and fun themes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the trailer, you should listen to the trailer music for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, it's great.
That makes you feel stuff. Or at least when I first watched it, I was like, dang, they are hitting that saxophone.
No, it really makes you feel something. But I just don't know what went wrong. Because I hadn't noticed before until I wasn't the one playing. And I'm like, now it's just like, it's annoying,
Okay.
Which was just something I've never experienced, and so I wanted to share it with you.
Okay.
It was like a
I can't really
experience.
think of a soundtrack that annoyed me per se. Besides, I think the example I gave last week, the Yoshi's Island game on the 3DS where they use the kazoos and stuff. That was, and even the newer Yoshi games. I don't know why they're.
It's because it's the Yoshi.
Well, it's supposed to be. It don't. It's baby is what it sounds like. It sounds like baby. So, I don't know. Not my personal cup of tea. And it sounds like that's not your personal cup of tea either.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other overrated soundtracks, but I'm just so hung up on the Minecraft one because I know everyone loves it, and I'm dying on the hill. Listen,
it's not a good hill to die on.
It's a great hill to die on.
It's not.
And then when you come up onto my hill, I can show you Bravely Default soundtrack, and then you can be like, okay, maybe it's a little outclassed.
I mean, like you said, there are many that are better.
Even a lot of the Pokemon soundtracks are blow Minecraft out of the water. Yes, Pokemon has good music. I don't like a lot of things that Pokemon does, but it has some pretty good music.
I'm shaking my head
because you have never listened. You haven't listened to any Pokemon music, have you?
I've listened to Pokemon music.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will show him the light, audience, and then he will come back and apologize. Speaking of apologizing, you have been playing the Elden Ring DLC, and you haven't mentioned how far you are in it in a while, because I want to give my review at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not much farther than last time because I've been playing Minecraft.
Yes. And do you listen to music while you play Minecraft?
I listen to the Minecraft music.
You don't pull up Spotify or anything else?
No. Sometimes I have like a YouTube video going, but...
Okay, that's fine.
Other than that, no, I actually thoroughly enjoy the Minecraft music.
That's fine. Even in the Nether, there's nothing, and you're just like, yep, this is fine.
No, there's some music in that.
Oh my god. Yes, sure, there's something.
Yeah.
There's something.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have that.
It gives me
It doesn't
peace.
have the stuff to chew on.
It gives me peace.
That's fine. I'm glad it makes you so happy.
It does.
I'm glad it makes a lot of you people happy. Because it's not bad. Again, let me reiterate. It's not bad by any means, any stretch of the imagination. It does a great job at what it's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But best of all time,
yes,
it shouldn't even be in the conversation.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to work on finishing the Elden Ring DLC. And then we can both give a review for it.
Good. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I have so many developed opinions now that it's been a while. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll finish it off and then we can compare notes.
Yes. Very true. A game I've been playing.
Yes.
A new game I've been playing through slowly, might add, is Dishonored.
Oh!
1.
I love Dishonored.
You know, it kind of took me back. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but it hits that early 2010s vibe so well. Like even the UI and the way that the characters look.
I think it's 2006.
2006?
I think so.
Dang, really?
I think so.
I thought it was older than that. See, I mean, it looks good for being a 2006 game.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
And that was a Bethesda game, which I didn't know either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they dropped that series, because there's a Dishonored 2, I know that, but...
Dishonored 2, Dishonored Death of the Outsider.
Oh, there's more.
Well, Death of the Outsider is a...
DLC?
I think it's a standalone, but it's... I think it was sold as a DLC for the first Dishonored.
Okay.
I don't remember. I own it. I haven't played it. I also haven't played Dishonored 2 yet, which I also own.
Yes.
But
I just have another entire series that blows Minecraft soundtrack out of the water. And this will happen multiple times. Kirby games. Blow.
Okay.
You have not...
Maybe I haven't listened to the whole soundtrack, but I
can assure you. I can assure you it's better.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Yes.
But...
All right. So, yeah, but Dishonored.
Yep.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted.
Dishonored is such a good game. There are so many small things that changes based on how you play the game.
Yeah, I was really surprised because a game I played recently and I loved was Hitman 3. That game is one of the greats. It's probably in my top 10.
It is good.
It's probably in my top 10 now. Mm-hmm. Just because it gives you a lot of creative expression with your targets and how you can kill people, and you can create custom community contracts and do all this really cool stuff, and now there's a roguelike mode, and it's amazing. But I was surprised that some of the things I loved about Hitman were in Dishonored, that game from 15 however many years earlier.
Like that. Yep.
Like kind of the choosing the way to kill your targets, and they're like non-lethal ways to kill them.
Yep.
Like the first main target, you can like brand him and excommunicate him and stuff like that. That's super cool.
I know.
And just like the way all the side quests kind of weave into the story. I was really impressed. I was going in not really with any expectations. I know people like it.
Well, so the whole last mission when you get there is different depending on how you played the game.
Oh, okay.
So,
like, is the target different?
No, targets are all the same.
Okay.
But the dialogue, the setting, the scenario,
sweet,
are all like.
That's really cool.
So it's highly worth at least 2 playthroughs. Like, go super peaceful, then go super violent.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I've been having a good time. I'm like 3rd main mission.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed because I was expecting a pretty linear, like, here's how you kill your target.
Yep.
But there's actually, like, the first main guy, there's like 5 different ways you can handle it. And then you can try to keep this other guy alive too if you want and all that. It was really cool. And I was like, this, like, vibe it was giving off.
Yeah.
And this is so weird, like, thinking about it. But it did feel like oh man, I don't even know how to put it, but it was like a lost relic.
No, I love that game so much. It is another game that I've wanted to 100%.
Okay.
So I don't know. I might do it, but
do you have like an idea why they haven't touched it in a long time?
Dishonored 2 was recent, at least ish.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard people talking about it, but it wasn't anything like
Dishonored 2
on a
is
huge
2016.
level. 2016, so
Yeah.
10-year time difference. Are you sure Dishonored 1 came out in 2006?
Let me confirm. Sorry, Dishonored 1 was 2012.
Okay.
That's my bad.
See,
that's my bad.
Early 2010s.
Early 2010s.
Yes.
You're right.
Okay.
So that's my fault.
Okay.
So it was a 4-year gap between Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2, and then they haven't touched it for 8 years.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's kind of crazy.
And it's a Bethesda game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, they're focused on Doom.
Yeah, I think it's a Bethesda like studio, but I'm not sure. Sorry, it's Arcane. It was Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Why?
Which I don't know, what is Arcane up to?
Well,
the French one got shut down, right? Is it just Arcane Austin?
I know Arcane. I did not hear good things about it last time I heard.
No, because they made Deathloop.
Yes, they did.
And that one was mediocre.
Yep.
From what I heard.
Mediocre games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is tough because I saw the trailer, and the trailer got me really hyped.
But you're not hyped enough to buy it.
No, not hyped enough to buy it. I've kind of given up on AAA games. The hype. I need people to buy it, and then I'll read the reviews.
Okay. Yeah, there's like this whole category in my brain about games that are like mid and kind of all feel the same. Or I don't know if they're mid because I never played them, but I've heard, they're not the best. Like Deathloop fits into that. The one game with the masters, like we're all happy here or something. Like, no, you know what I'm talking about? This
like We Happy Few.
Yes, We Happy Few.
Yeah,
like that's a game that I kind of lump into there. Last of Us 2.
The Last of Us 2 is not in that list.
No, that was more of a joke. But like these first person like. And granted, you could probably look at the past couple E3s and just pick out like 20 games that kind of fit into that category.
That are just definitely there to sell a copy or two.
Well, it's like, it sucks because I do believe like they have a lot of passion in them.
Well,
from the developers.
It's like we discussed about last time when we were talking about how Blizzard does it. They're just pandering to shareholders, and so it's all a watered down game.
Yeah, but is that like...
They don't excel at anything, right? They have all the features, but none of them are polished.
I think it's just, it comes in waves. Like right now, first-person shooters are really oversaturated.
Saturated.
Same
market.
with pixel art, Metroidvania, and platformers. That's a very saturated genre.
Yeah.
We need more wacky games like Katamari. Or, I'm trying to think of
I'm hoping that's good.
Or even like more AAA horror games. I think that'd be great.
Well,
like if PT ever came to fruition, that would have been one of the best horror games of all time.
I've played, so Outlast Trials came out, right?
Yeah. Well, that's more of a multiplayer.
It is. But I think it did well. But I don't know that it did.
I'm sure it's a multiplayer horror game because now all the horror games are like multiplayer, which does,
It's better. It's better for sales.
It's better for sales, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But it's not really like true horror. Like I'm never really scared when I'm playing those.
It's not like Silent Hill or like Amnesia or anything.
Yeah. Like there have been games that have genuinely scared me. Like the last I can remember is playing PT, and even then, it was on like a coworker's like old PS4.
Yeah. Let's see. I've struggled with playing horror games because, frankly, I don't like to be scared on my own.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I don't like to be alone and scared.
Well, people could watch you play it.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Like I'm happy with that. That's chill. But...
That reminds me of a game that's coming out. That's a re-release, which is Until Dawn, the PC version. I am very excited for that because
I am too.
I know my friends love the horror genre movies.
Yep.
And this is just playing a horror movie.
It is, yeah.
Which it'll be really fun, especially you pass off the controller, you just blame something on on a person.
I'm excited for that. That'll be a nice change in space.
And I'm pretty sad that because they did a lot of other games in that sort of series, but they were a lot shorter and they were pretty good. Yeah. But nothing hit the level of Until Dawn, which is unfortunate, but Until Dawn's really good.
It is.
And I can't wait for the
remake.
The PC version. I'll be playing that for sure.
Is it technically a remake or is it just a
I think it is a remake because they're doing like graphic stuff and all that. Which,
well, that's fine. I'm happy with graphic upgrades.
Yeah, I don't like it being called a remake. By any means. I think we get.
It's just like a next gen version, or
yeah, and I hate that there's so much marketing that goes into them.
Well, yeah, because they're putting so much work into it. They want to sell it, right?
So much work into it.
It depends. It depends on what the engine can handle, because there are chances that even just upgrading the graphics to next gen involves rewriting so much of the engine that it could genuinely be a lot of work.
It could be.
It could also not be, but we don't know.
All right, I just get a bad taste in my mouth when I see the 6th version of Skyrim or the 6th version of like Last of Us.
Yeah, no, I know, but at least for like Skyrim, generally those show up in updates, and you don't need to. If you own it, you own it, right? I'm happy with that for Skyrim.
Where is Elder Scrolls 6?
It's a trailer that wasn't a trailer. It was more of a teaser, and we haven't heard anything.
Starfield's out. Where is it?
I don't know. Maybe they're recovering from the Starfield incident.
Is it even going to be good?
I hope so. It's really hard to mess up the formula. It's really hard.
You think so?
It's so straightforward.
But I don't think they're going to make it like the old ones.
They should.
I think that they're going to change combat. I think they're going to change how you interact with spaces.
They should not. They should
but
not.
They're going to.
They should not.
If they're making people wait this long, they're probably going to have a gimmick. I'm
hoping the gimmick is just a new engine.
It's not going to be, and you know that. They're going to add something marketable.
That I don't want it to be, because there's so much hype around it, right?
Well, after Starfield has waned.
Yeah, the Starfield thing.
And it's been like 6 years since the teaser anyway.
Yeah.
So.
It's the same hype as like GTA 6. Have you seen all the memes like we got X before GTA 6?
Yes.
It's so funny. And it's so long. I'm hoping it's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's good as well.
Yeah. But
my hopes are not high.
I know.
And I'm out of all their series, I'm probably the biggest fan of Fallout, and I wish they would just drop 76 right now and make 5.
I agree. Then again, they have seen a massive influx of 76 players.
Yes.
And they added new content for the first time in a while. And, the reason why the games felt so dead is because there wasn't players. But now that there's players, it's like the game feels alive. And so the main reason people weren't playing before is now the reason they're playing. It's like a self-fulfilling loop,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it just didn't have some of the... Well, the thing about Fall is, like, feeling alone is pretty cool, and you have, like, your partner. And
yeah,
all that.
but the whole point of 76 was you don't feel alone.
Yes, and that's fine. Yeah. That's why I get it. It's just, my personal preference that I like this style of game, and they did something different for that. And so,
yeah, I would like a Fallout 5. Fallout 4 is definitely getting old.
Yeah, I mean, it fits into that sort of like the modding scene games, which
it does quite
is
well.
pretty sweet. Like, I think it's awesome that there can be a category of games that are like, were solid bases, and then people expanded them so much with content. Like, that's pretty sweet.
Well, it's who's doing it? I can't remember. I can't remember the studio. But the way they do it is when they release games, they don't release modding support initially, and then they release new content and DLCs, but they make sure it's like frequent. And then when they release their final DLC, they then release the entire modding tool library.
What company is this, or what game?
I can't remember.
Do you know any games?
Well, I know. Goodness, I read the article, and I can't remember who it is, but I know Anno does something similar.
Okay.
The game that I have been playing.
Yes.
They released 6 DLCs and then released all of the modding tools for it.
Okay.
Which is surprising, because I think that's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy for Ubisoft.
Yeah. Which, obviously, there is the level of, well, you're making everyone wait to mod until...
people will find a way anyway.
Yeah, they'll find a way anyway. But you make it extraordinarily easy after you've put out all the DLCs, and then the game just lives onward, right?
Yeah.
So you've uploaded content yearly, and then you say, well, now that you have everything we're going to give you, use all of these assets, all of this data, and build more. which is kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I'm not really a modder, so I don't know how much work goes into it. But
yeah, I'm sure it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
how much work do you think a Thomas the Train
well, it depends
model
if it's,
swap
it
is?
depends if it's a model swap. I don't think is all that difficult.
Yeah.
If the tools are released, right?
Yes. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. So how about we just jump right into
sure.
the next year, game of the year.
Let's go into 2003.
Yes.
Okay. So this one, pretty straightforward. BAFTAs and Dice both chose the same game.
The same game.
Which I'm going to preface, they probably got it right.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
Okay.
It's the original Call of Duty.
Okay.
Which I can't really fault that decision. But
Well, let's see what else was there.
Yeah, let's look at what else there was.
Because I love Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Or at least as a series. I don't know about the recent ones, but you know, I'm fond of Call of Duty.
Madden NFL 2004.
Yep.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh, the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
that's awesome.
Which, by the way, was IGN's game of the year for 2003.
Oh, IGN's in the playing field now?
Well,
or is this like they did it later?
They released their post in 2004.
Okay.
And then said that we pick Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
Prince of Persia.
Ooh, another great game.
Sands of Time.
Yep.
For the PlayStation 2, Xbox, PC.
Yep. I know SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
GCN, yeah.
Cross-platform.
Tony Hawk's Underground.
Ooh.
Command and Conquer for the Nintendo GameCube.
Sweet. It's more of a tactical game, I believe.
Enter the Matrix off the heels of The Matrix.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga
for the Game Boy Advance, yep.
Max Payne 2. Silent Hill 3. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando.
Ratchet and Clanks are always good.
There's an Indiana Jones game, Need for Speed Underground, Devil May Cry 2, Final Fantasy X2.
Okay.
We're just kind of getting into...
Yeah, so that's 10 too.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10's really good.
Yeah.
But that's the list, basically, for the most part.
Sonic Heroes, SimCity 4.
Okay.
More
great games.
SSX 3, Shadowlands.
Yes.
Fire Emblem.
Yes, Game Boy Advance as well.
Castlevania.
Aria of Sorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Ooh, Tactics is good.
Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't know. I feel like those are the games.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are good ones in there, right? So, Fire Emblem is a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first Fire Emblem, or at least for the Game Boy Advance, it sets the stage, but I wouldn't say it's nearly, like, one of the best ones. But it's good. It's good. I'll give it up.
Yeah. Devil May Cry 2 is good.
I haven't played 2.
Is that the good one?
I haven't played 2, if I'm being honest.
I can't remember if that's the good one.
I thought it was 3 that people didn't like. Or no, it was 4 that people didn't like because there was funny cutscenes and stuff.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But okay, so obviously the big one here, my opinion, is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
People still play that.
Yes. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I like Star Wars too.
Yep.
I like Call of Duty. Knights of the Old Republic is an amazing game.
Yep.
The original Call of Duty, I'm trying to remember the gameplay from. But, I mean... Alright. My personal opinion.
Yep.
My favorite game that we've said that came out in 2003. Did Pikmin 2 come out in 2003 or was that 2004? I think it was 2004.
That was 2004.
Yeah. Anyway. Battle for Bikini Bottom is the game I probably feel the best about. I'm more like...
I feel like that just has to be... rose-tinted glasses. Because I do not think that the original was all that good.
The original Battle for Bikini Bottom? People still play that over the remake.
Well, yeah, but it's also...
Alright. No, that's what I'm saying. I feel the best about it, as in that's the one I have the closest ties to.
Mm-hmm.
I would still boot it up and play it like today.
Yeah.
Over all those other games.
Yeah.
I think it's the best licensed game, like, period.
That could be true.
Like,
I mean,
you're looking at movies and show licensed games, we're entering the era of everything's a game. Everything is a game based on a movie.
Well,
but
Star Wars: The Old Republic is a licensed game.
I think it's better than Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yes.
I think it is better. So, but I'm just saying, in terms of my personal favorite, I'm going to go Battle for Bikini Bottom, and then I'm going to move it over to the side.
Okay.
Along with the pile.
Okay.
And come back. And it's between Call of Duty and Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. Prince of Persia is also really good.
Yes, but
we can push that aside.
On the side.
So, what does Call of Duty have going for it? It is the first game to have cooperative AI soldiers fight with you.
Halo 1 had that.
Did it? Like, truly cooperative? Like, you led the squad?
Well, probably not as much in depth.
I think it just had AI soldiers.
Yeah, and they weren't, like, a part of your squad. Like, they would die and stuff.
Yeah.
But, alright, so... That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like AI teammates that would play alongside you in missions. Yep.
Outside of that, I don't know.
It had multiplayer, right? I mean,
yeah, it had multiplayer, but that's one of the games that they talk about the campaign for.
Okay. The original Call of Duty campaign, I'm blanking on, but I would be fine giving it up to KOTOR.
I honestly, I would say that Knights of the Old Republic is the better game.
We should read the synopsis of our Call of Duty 1 campaign, because I might recognize it, and then because I don't want to make a hasty judgment. I never make hasty judgments at all.
Never,
especially on the show.
Never. The Call of Duty 1 campaign. I'm trying to find it on the Call of Duty fandom.
Yes.
Takes place during the events of World War II.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
I do. I believe it. I'm trying to remember character names.
So it's really got a background going on here.
Okay. It's pretty standard since it's the first one I did.
The story. From the fields of France to the Volga River, from the smallest squads dropped behind enemy lines to the massive division that won the war on multiple fronts, the soldiers of the Allied forces stopped the German army by standing and fighting together, side by side.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the story.
That's the
You're just playing through World War II. It doesn't give you any characters.
You play as Private Martin.
Okay.
The 506th Parachute Infantry
Now we're
Regiment.
getting somewhere. Yes, I see.
There's a whole backstory.
Yeah, you don't read the backstory.
The first mission occurs towards midnight on the 5th of June, 1944.
Okay.
You are part of an airborne division.
Yes.
Invasion of Normandy.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. KOTOR is the winner.
I think so. It's starting to become familiar to me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I definitely second. But Knights of the Old Republic is like...
It's good.
It's good.
One of the better Star Wars games.
It is one of the best Star Wars games.
Yes.
Out of the many, many that exist.
Yes. And we're getting new Star Wars games soon.
Yes.
Outlaws.
And
what was this one was announced years ago. Maybe it shut down. It was the one where like they were playing the drums and it was like a teaser and it was very minimalistic or very white and then yellow. It was like Star Wars. It was supposed to be a single player story thing. I think.
I cannot remember.
But it must have shut down development.
It must have.
Because that was a long time ago.
They're doing an Old Republic remake?
I heard of that, but we haven't heard much news about it.
That would be crazy.
Yes.
Star Wars. I'm just looking at things now.
Yeah, I mean, which...
The Skywalker saga that was released in 22. You know, the Lego Skywalker.
I like Lego Star Wars games. I mean, Complete Saga, probably better.
Yeah, I would put that on like one of my favorite Star Wars games.
Skywalker Saga?
No, just like saga. The complete saga.
Yeah. Like Star Wars games are tough.
Like, I had the Yoda death scream as my phone notification sound for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, Lego Star Wars, beloved by many people.
It is.
Beloved by many, many people, me included. Like, do you think that there's any licensed game that is, like, actually good? Besides,
So, most of the Lego games, I would stand behind.
Yes.
And you're talking, like, movie to video game, right?
Yes.
Not the other way around.
Yes.
I say any of the Lego games. I'm really hoping this new Indiana Jones game is going to be good.
The movie?
No, the game.
The movie.
I feel like it's going to be a movie in the sense that Wolfenstein's a movie.
It was a long cutscene for the trailer. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, so are many of the Wolfenstein cutscenes.
That's true. Or God of War cutscenes.
Yeah, which it's made by the same guys who did Wolfenstein.
Yes.
So I'm really hoping that it has that same like gritty action aspect. Just you're playing Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Likely still fighting Nazis.
Hopefully. I like fighting Nazis.
I like fighting Nazis.
Yeah.
But I'd say the only good Lord of the Rings game that I can think of, I know there's a Lord of the Rings whatever that I can't remember, but I didn't like it. It would be the Lego ones.
Okay.
And then for Star Wars, it'd be Lego Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, and then the Battlefront games.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah.
Well, I like the newer ones to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent.
They're fun. They're just not... I don't...
Okay.
Yeah.
Because here's what I think.
Yeah.
In terms of licensed games, I think SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is probably the best one.
It is good.
3D Collectathon.
Yep.
Really fun, especially if you like the show.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Absolutely.
Then I think Epic Mickey might be the next one, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But I don't even know if you can consider that a licensed game.
I don't know that I would, but
that's
you could count it, I suppose.
Yeah. And then maybe Ashley and Kate's Sweet 16 Party Blast or whatever for the Wii.
No, I have no idea.
One of the worst party games I've ever played in my life. But that's okay.
Okay.
What?
Just trying to think what all movie IP has been turned into games.
Yeah, because I'm
sure
back in the day,
every single one has tried.
Well,
right?
early 2000s, I mean, every DreamWorks movie, every Disney movie.
My wife would say Shrek Racing.
Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah.
There's tons of Shrek games.
There are a lot of Shrek games.
Which is pretty sweet.
I know.
But then,
I mean, I like Nickelodeon Racing.
It's kind of, it's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of a lost art at this point.
It is.
Because even like Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, I don't know if that would even be considered. I mean, I think it is a licensed game. It's like a crossover.
Yeah, it's a licensed game, but it's also not like movie. I feel like...
Well, there's show
and cartoon characters have a much easier time converting.
Yes, that's true.
Than like movie IP does.
The Ratatouille game for the GameCube. Pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know, because like we had mentioned in previous episodes, some of the best-selling games were like the Harry Potter like
Slop
story game. Yeah, no one actually liked but sold millions of copies, right?
Yes.
And so IP just has this like licensed games have just this like pool, and their quality doesn't have to be as good because people will buy it just because it's
it's
character.
The IP.
Yeah.
IP has a lot of pull.
It does.
That's why
studios pay a lot to have licensing rights.
Yep, pretty crazy.
But thankfully I do think we're past that, right? Like there's a reason why Star Wars games are like people are scrutinizing them and they're like, this one really isn't good, like it's not worth it,
Yeah. It's interesting. But let us know your favorite licensed game in the comments. So yeah, well, I've been Cade.
I've been Micah.
So you say, at least. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know why the Mario 64 soundtrack is better than a Minecraft soundtrack.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Vote in the comments.
Yeah, sure. But...
And what your favorite soundtrack is.
And what your favorite soundtrack is. Best licensed game.
Yep.
Is there anything better than Battle for Bikini Bottom? I don't think so.
Is Knights of the Old Republic truly better than COD? The first one.
It's hard for me to decide, but that's okay.
I would say it is, but...
Sure, and I can lean that way. But thank you again for watching. You have a great one, and...